Subconscious Mind: How to Reprogram Your Inner Intelligence and Secret Genius. Written by Tyler Bourdain. Narrated by Thomas Cassidy. Chapter 1: What the subconscious mind really is, and how to use it to your advantage. What is the subconscious mind? In simple words, it is the part of your brain that has all memories and thoughts kept within it. These thoughts and memories are not in your conscious mind at that point in time, but they are still part of your mind. The subconscious is used to store all sorts of things in your daily life, from your habits to your memories and experiences in different situations. To understand how the subconscious mind works, let's take a look at an example. When you are learning to use a new machine at work and you are new to the whole experience, you are paying attention to every movement you make so that you use it correctly. At such a time, you are not able to perform other activities like talking. You are using your conscious mind to learn how to use the machine. However, after some practice, when you are familiar with the experience, you will be able to talk when working and even do other things like using your phone. You will no longer need to use your conscious mind to work with the machine. Your subconscious mind has all the mechanical actions of using the machine stored in it that helps you drive, while you do other things with your conscious mind. Other actions that are performed by the subconscious mind include your habits, such as switching on lights when you enter a room, and even breathing. These are all mechanical actions that are stored in our subconscious mind. What good is our subconscious mind for? How can it help us? It plays an important role in the way you think. The messages that you pass on to your mind, such as feelings of trust, etc., all affect the way you think. So whatever you experience or feel determines the way you think because of your subconscious. By sending positive messages to it, you will end up thinking positively and optimistically. Most people do not understand this science, but it is very simple. If you look at things in a positive manner, your subconscious mind forces you to think in a positive manner, and vice versa. The subconscious mind is also responsible for your health. If you are too stressed, it registers your stress and it affects your health. It has even been researched that if patients are told that they are being given medication for their illness when instead they are just consuming sugar pills, most of them will claim that they are feeling better. That is the power of the subconscious mind. It can help your health as well. You simply need to learn how to use your subconscious mind to your advantage. We have talked about two ways: your perception towards life and your health. There are many other ways in which you can use it to your advantage. Try exploring the different possibilities of how to use it, and you will be amazed when you learn about the power within you. Chapter 2: How to Use the Subconscious Mind. In the early part of the last century, certain people first began to realize that the mind was duality in its operation. The part we were always accustomed to using was named the conscious mind, and the other part, mistakenly thought to be the lesser part of consciousness, was named the subconscious mind. It was felt that the conscious mind, with its ability to think and reason, would naturally be the master part of the mind, and that the other one would be subservient to it. This is extremely inaccurate and is far from being the truth. As you are about to learn, the subconscious mind is the real intelligence and power. No one has ever had as much intelligence consciously as all of us have subconsciously. The prefix sub means under, below, beneath, lower. Since the subconscious mind is the seat of our intelligence and power, why do we call it the subconscious mind? Originally, it was thought to be the lesser part of the mind, and so it was labelled with the sub-prefix. What was not realised is that the subconscious mind can access and use all the knowledge of the universe. Our thoughts and actions are continually being guided by our subconscious mind, whether or not we are led to success and happiness or failure and despair. It is the subconscious mind that controls and directs our actions, as a direct result of the commands our conscious mind gives. It is our conscious mind that discerns levels of difference, good from bad, poor from rich, sick from healthy, and so on. Our subconscious does not make these distinctions. It only follows our conscious guidance and brings into reality what we have commanded. We command our subconscious by the thoughts and words we use. If we are always speaking of prosperity, then we develop a success consciousness. The subconscious mind will direct us in thought and action to success and happiness. Conversely, if we are always speaking of how hard we have it and our lack of money and resources, then the same measure is applied, and our subconscious will cause us to have a hard life with a lack of money. Do you see what is happening here? The following is a very simple description of the subconscious mind and its relationship to the conscious mind. We will use a large corporation as an illustration. A big corporation, as you know, has a CEO and a general manager. Of course, it has all those others too, like vice presidents, secretaries, treasurers, etc. However, for the sake of simplicity, we will use only the CEO and the general manager. Let us assume that this corporation is this illustration in an automobile plant. The CEO does the planning. The general manager executes the plans. When a new model is being contemplated, the president will make the decision as to all the changes to be made. These changes will be given to the general manager. It is the manager that tells the designers and draftsmen and toolmakers etc. as to what to do soon after the models are made. The plant is tooled up to create the new designs, and on it goes, until finally, a new car rolls off the line bearing all the changes originally planned by the CEO. The conscious mind is the CEO. The subconscious mind is the general manager. The conscious mind does the thinking, planning, evaluating. The subconscious mind carries out the orders. You, as you sit right now, are the CEO of yourself. Your subconscious is also part of you, but works far differently than the CEO part of you. The subconscious part of you will cause to come into reality anything you command it to. Let us use an example that more closely applies to you. There is an individual that was just getting by. This person just barely managed to keep food on the table and to pay the rent. But there never was any money left over for nice clothes, vacation, etc. This person was always talking about how hard life was and that the working person could never catch a break. Then one day, suddenly a powerful thought entered into the mind. That person began to see that there is a better life and it could be theirs for the asking. That person saw themselves as a success. That person began to think in terms of, I am a success, and began to talk about the good things in life. So, what do you think happens after that simple thought change? That's right. Their general manager, the subconscious mind, accepts the thought, I am a success, as a command. It is a new model ordered by the CEO, the conscious mind. Now then, just as the general manager of the factory will give out orders to many department heads, your subconscious mind will begin sending out messages to the various assistants throughout your being. Your general manager knows that to be a success you must look like one. It will make you more alert. It will put a spring in your step. It will put a look of determination in your eye. It will put an expression in your voice which rings of success. Most important of all, your general manager will direct your thinking and actions so that you will be guided to do the things which will make you a success. Isn't it hard to believe that you have been going through life the hard way, wishing for things without realizing that through the correct use of your subconscious mind, you do not have to wish? You now know that you have it within your power to make your dreams come true. By simply commanding your subconscious mind correctly, you can have and be all that you desire. Chapter 3. The Subconscious Mind and Its Capabilities. The Subconscious Mind. The subconscious mind is the warehouse, if you will, of anything and everything that is not in your conscious mind at the moment. It stores the greater part of all the previous events in your life, your beliefs, memories, aptitudes, and all the situations you've experienced, as well as all the pictures you've ever seen. Research shows that we only use about 10% of our brain. The remaining 90% is our subconscious, and it's the subconscious part of the brain that is connected to the universe. It's not the job of the subconscious mind to resort to reasoning, because the conscious mind is the one that does it. Your subconscious mind operates only based on what it believes, and it can only believe in what your conscious mind constantly feeds it with. The conscious mind. The conscious mind acts as a guard to your subconscious mind, and it's only when your conscious mind accepts something as a fact will this information get passed on to your subconscious mind. Since the subconscious does not have the power to tell right from wrong, it can only act as it knows everything to be true. Your subconscious mind doesn't think because that role is assumed by your conscious mind. The subconscious mind simply reacts based on the information that is fed into it. When you learn anything new, you have to initially pay conscious attention. For example, when learning to ride a bicycle, you first have to be conscious of the pedal, the brakes, the distance between you and other vehicles on the road, the lights, and so forth. Once you have learned to ride, then this knowledge becomes second nature to you, and you simply ride. The warehouse of knowledge. The subconscious is akin to a vast warehouse of your knowledge and deepest beliefs. If you hear something negative about yourself during adolescence or as an adult, and accept it to be true, then that will be embedded in your subconscious mind as a truth about yourself. For example, if your mother said things to you like, "You're not as smart as your friends," or "You will never succeed at anything," and you believed her, then those beliefs about yourself will automatically become a part of your subconscious mind. Since its actions are based on what it perceives to be the truth, you will be insecure about your intelligence for the rest of your life. Consciously believing yourself to be intelligent will not work, as your subconscious mind has been programmed. This means that there is a chance that it will sabotage your efforts in areas where you have negative beliefs involved. Reprogramming. The good news is you can always reprogram your mind and change your negative beliefs into positive ones. By giving your subconscious mind the correct information, you can change every aspect of your life that needs improvement. Health and well-being can be improved. Physical appearance and fitness too can improve. We all have the ability to attract the right partner, the desired career, wealth, happiness, and the ideal lifestyle. In fact, there is nothing you cannot achieve through subconscious development. This is the way to gain mastery over your subconscious mind. Chapter 4. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The Power of Human Mind. Human mind has been very powerful since the ages began, but the powers remain untapped due to ignorance towards the subject. The human mind has unlimited potential. Your mind can create anything desired. The only requirement is to understand the proper workings of your mind. Levels of mind. Although human mind appears to work as a single unit, but as per psychologists, there are different levels upon which human mind operates. The levels have been defined according to the conscious level of mind. The main levels defined for human mind, going from highest to lowest, are: Number 1, superconscious. Number 2, intuitive. Number 3, conscious. Number 4, preconscious. Number 5, subconscious. And number 6, unconscious. The superconscious is free from words and conveys to other levels of mind using intuitions. It's the highest level of consciousness of mind. Intuitive mind is also non-verbal, and it relates scattered information to create a whole picture. The conscious level is the one in which we are living normally. It's verbal in nature. It can think, act, and analyze the situations. It's left brain oriented in nature. Majority of life runs through this conscious level only. Preconscious mind is like long-term memory. We can remember the things, but can't analyze at the same time. The subconscious mind contains deeper, but consciously forgotten memories. It generates certain behaviors in human beings which decide the personality of anyone. Any suggestions which were once given consciously, although forgotten, come out in the form of personality. Unconscious mind is never brought to conscious level. For bringing to conscious level, we have to take the help of hypnotism. Otherwise, it's not possible. It has the basic functionalities which nature has provided for the survival of human beings. Subconscious mind. Our subconscious and conscious minds play major roles in shaping our life, so our primary focus will remain the subconscious mind. Functions of subconscious mind. The subconscious mind acts as translator to the conscious mind. The conscious mind takes its input from our 5 senses. Whatever we speak and think consciously, that acts as input to the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind records every thought it receives from the conscious mind. It cannot, and therefore does not reason whether the thought is good, bad, or even absurd. It simply acts upon those thoughts to turn those into reality. As soon as it receives any thought from conscious mind, it immediately starts to act upon those thoughts. It's tremendously powerful. Your subconscious works non-stop. Your subconscious mind works non-stop. It is never at rest. It's always busy in creating your reality. Here are some of the functions which your subconscious mind performs. Number 1. It fully controls the respiratory system. Number 2. It fully controls the heartbeat activity. Number 3. It controls your digestive system process. 4. And last but not the least, it acts upon your ideas. Law of belief. The law of life is belief. Our whole life is governed around our belief system. The power of belief makes our subconscious work towards whatever we believe. Subconscious is the mirror of life. The subconscious is the mirror of your life. You experience your thoughts, beliefs, opinions, and theories are the manifestations of circumstances, conditions, and events which have happened in your life. The inside changes reflect outside. The input to your subconscious is the output of your life. As per William James, the father of American psychology, subconscious mind is having infinite wisdom and is in union with the universal intelligence. Subconscious is extremely powerful. Whatever you input to your subconscious mind is turned as the output of your whole life, so it must be impressed with the right ideas. How to get the subconscious working for you. Here are some ideas to make subconscious working for you in your favor. Realize that it's always working. It never gets tired. But the whole process is silent and can't be perceived consciously. To make your subconscious work for you, you don't have to deal with the subconscious mind. The whole thing is to keep your conscious mind busy to expect the results you want. Simply believe that the rest of everything will be taken care of by the subconscious mind itself. It's omnipotent and will bring about anything to your expectations. Controlling your subconscious mind. If you want to experience the fullness of life and change it, you need to change the conditioning of your subconscious mind. For that, you need to take control of your subconscious mind. Simply believe in the success tools and follow certain procedures to alter your limiting beliefs. Whatever comes to your conscious mind then passes to your subconscious mind. The simplest way to do this is to take in a new idea. Let the idea be your life. Day and night think only about the idea. That way the idea starts sipping into your subconscious mind. Hence, your subconscious mind will be used to control your conscious mind. Tools to control your subconscious mind. There are 4 tools you can use to control your subconscious mind. These help to assimilate the idea in your subconscious mind. The tools to use are: number 1, your wording. Number 2, your visualization. Number 3, your auditory senses. Number 4, your kinesthetic senses. You know enough about wordings, let's talk about other tools. Creative visualization lets you consciously attract what you want. Just see the images in your mind. It's a powerful way to condition your subconscious mind to attract what you want. As a part of creative visualization, you can use your auditory and kinesthetic senses. Using auditory senses means to use sounds and words along with your imagination. Try to listen to every minute detail of your mental images. This helps even more to enforce the power of visualization. Using kinesthetic senses lets you use your emotions and feelings in your imagination. Here, your emotions play a dominant part. These tools are different for different people, because all are different, so everyone requires different sets of tools. If someone is good at imagination, visualization will work best for that person. If someone likes to listen to these things, then auditory senses utilization will work best for that one. If some people like to feel the things, for them, kinesthetic senses involvement will do all the magic. Chapter 5. 10 Steps Toward Taking Control of Your Subconscious Mind. There are 2 parts to our brains: the conscious mind, which handles all things we are aware of, and the subconscious mind, which controls everything else. The conscious mind works only some of the time, when we are awake, but the subconscious mind is always at work. Whether we are aware of it or not, the subconscious mind, not including involuntary physical behaviors such as breathing and our heartbeat, works off of signals sent to it from the conscious mind. In other words, whatever we spend our conscious time thinking about most becomes a point of interest for our subconscious mind. And since our subconscious mind is always at work, it puts forth a great deal of effort addressing these topics. Have you ever gone to bed shortly after watching a scary movie? More often than not, you have some sort of nightmares, right? Even if you can't recall being woken from the nightmares, there is a good chance that you had them. The occurrence of the nightmares is a prime example of the awesome power of our subconscious minds. While you watched the movie, your conscious mind was creating thoughts and images of the parts that you found scary. If you don't change those thoughts before going to sleep, then your subconscious mind has nothing to work with other than the movie you just watched. During sleep is the most effective time for the subconscious mind, because there is no chance of conflicting signals coming from the conscious mind. This is why when making an important decision, people will sometimes want to sleep on it. Ultimately, your subconscious mind knows what's in your best interest, and will nudge you in that direction. Without the negative influence of the conscious mind, which tends to make decisions based on emotion rather than logical thought, your subconscious is free to do what it does best. That is, to help you achieve whatever it is you desire. Now that we've determined that sleep is the best time for your subconscious mind to handle its work, we need to be sure that the scary movie thoughts are replaced with positive, problem-solving, and productive thoughts. This way, when your subconscious mind gets working, it is addressing the issues of most importance to you, and not caught up with trivial matters that are out of your control anyway. Following is lists of 10 methods you can apply to your life that will help you access your subconscious mind. Like anything else, these concepts will become easier with practice. But even when implemented poorly or improperly, you should still begin to see substantial results. Number 1. Leave reminders. The easiest way to be sure you're thinking about things that are important is to leave physical reminders. There are a number of ways you can do this. The simplest is to write yourself notes. A to-do list can be helpful, though it's easy to have your primary goals blend in with other, less important daily activities. Write your goal or desire on a note card or piece of paper and put it in a strategic location. The idea being that you will see it often, and the goal or thought will begin to fester in your mind, even if you are unaware of what's taking place. Physical reminders use your conscious mind as a bridge to get to your subconscious mind. First, by creating the reminders, i.e. drawing the notes, you are instilling the thought into first your conscious mind, and then your subconscious. Second, when you place the reminder in a strategic location, one where you will see it frequently, you give the thought an opportunity to take a direct route to your subconscious. Think subliminal messaging. If advertisers take advantage of this method so freely and with such success, why can't we trick ourselves too? Number 2. Meditate. The next time you catch yourself daydreaming, take a moment and think about how focused and in tune with your thoughts you were. This is the state of mind you should shoot for when you meditate. Relax until you are literally lost in thought. Be sure to have a focused topic as you are drifting into meditation, or your thoughts may be misdirected. Take a minute to specifically identify the goals you want to achieve or the problem you'd like to solve. Once you've got them clearly in your mind, close your eyes, control your breathing, and relax your body. Don't let those thoughts leave your head. Now visualize, see step 3, yourself achieving the goals or functioning in a world where your problem has been solved. Continue in this state for as long as you feel necessary, and repeat as needed. Number 3. Visualize. Visualization works best when it's paired with meditation, but it doesn't have to be. Meditation puts you in a relaxed state, which makes it easier to create visual sequences. By creating visual sequences, you put yourself in a situation that you anticipate yourself being in, before it actually happens. This allows your brain to acclimatize itself to the situation that is about to occur. Essentially, visualization is practice for your brain. It's no different than practicing an athletic event, except rather than training muscles, you're training your brain. So it knows how you want it to respond in a specific scenario. To visualize, all you do is create mental pictures. Some people prefer videos of yourself successfully accomplishing something. You would actually see yourself performing the task, either in third or first person, whichever you prefer. It's important to remember to create the picture in as much detail as possible, making note of such things such as sounds and smells. The more detailed the visualization, the more successful it will be. Visualize through the entire event or performance, imagining the desired outcome and all the excitement that comes with it. Allow yourself to feel the joy that you will feel when you actually do successfully complete the task. Make it as real and as accurate as possible. Repeat as necessary, and don't stop until you're convinced you've already achieved the goal. Number 4. Tell others about your goal. If you were to state your goal or desire aloud on a daily basis, your subconscious mind would have no choice but to listen. In order to speak, your brain must formulate thoughts. And in order to formulate thoughts, your brain must first compile and organize those thoughts. Such a simple thing as telling others about your plans requires that you make important decisions before you can do so. The entire process is orchestrated by your conscious mind, which relays the plan to your subconscious. Suddenly, you've opened up the channel of communication between the two minds, Simply by stating your thoughts. While you're explaining away, your subconscious has already begun working on how you're going to accomplish your goal. A beneficial byproduct of this step is the accountability factor. The more people you tell of your plan, the more people you will let down if you fail to achieve it. The accountability aspect adds an extra element of motivation to my already desired goal. It is also a huge help when dealing with procrastination. Number 5. Talk to those who've been there. Trails are blazed for a reason. Could you imagine if every time you wanted to do something you had to completely start from scratch? What if recipes had to be invented new each time? Or if computers weren't built based on successes and failures of previous builds? Imagine how impossible progression would be on this planet. Thankfully, that isn't the case in manufacturing and cooking, and there's no reason why it should be in life either. If there's a particular thing you'd like to do with your life, then make it a point to speak to someone who has already done it. If you can't get in touch with them, then read everything you can about them or study their career. Do everything in your power to follow the path that they created for themselves. If there's something you'd rather do differently, you can always veer off, but there is no need to insist on being a pioneer to get to the same place somebody else already has. You don't have to stop being your own person to follow a blueprint for success. Having a plan that is already proven successful will allow your subconscious mind to work on the nuts and bolts of following the plan rather than designing its own plan. The closer you can get your subconscious mind to the heart of the matter, the better. It begins with starting down the right road. Number 6. Set a deadline. Tell your subconscious mind that you mean business. If you were to combine a deadline with the accountability factor, you'd give yourself no choice but to accomplish your goal. A deadline tells your subconscious mind that there is an urgent matter at hand, and it must be taken care of immediately. Your mind will feel the importance of the matter and will make all the necessary adjustments to be sure that the proper attention is given to solving this problem, which it understands to be the most pressing. Even if it isn't the most important thing going on in your life, a deadline will keep your mind working on it until it's met. The amazing thing about the subconscious mind is it does whatever it takes to accomplish the things which you ask it to. Attaching a deadline to a particular goal simply increases the rate at which the subconscious mind works, without you even realizing it. Number 7. Maintain focus. It's extremely easy to become distracted from the goals that are most important. Typically, when you lose focus on what's important, it's because your conscious mind becomes occupied with something. Although your subconscious mind wants to continue working on the original plan, your attention is diverted from the ultimate goal to something more timely, but usually not nearly as important. When your focus shifts, the ability of your subconscious mind to take on and solve the problems you've laid out for it becomes significantly lower. To counteract this, you've got to make a conscious effort to maintain your focus on the issues that you want your subconscious to concentrate on. This means you've got to be aware of the distractions that are presented to your conscious mind, and do your best to flush them out. Once you understand how to filter your thoughts so that only the absolutely important ones make it to your subconscious, you're on your way to realizing its potential. Number 8. Chart progress. The only way to truly understand progress is to see where you were then and compare it to where you are now. To see a visual map of the road you traveled is an important step towards reaching your ultimate goal. To begin, take the goal you'd like to achieve, the one that you've been calling on your subconscious mind to accomplish, and write it down in as much detail as you can. Next, identify a few of the stages or milestones that you plan to reach on the way towards achieving that goal. Keep them in your mind as necessary benchmarks. Now, when you approach those benchmarks, you'll be able to see how far you've come, as well as how much further you have to go. The roadmap lets your subconscious know that it's on the right track, that it's making progress, and what the next benchmark is so it can apply its efforts accordingly. Number 9. Be realistic. It's easy to tell your subconscious mind that your goal is to end world hunger. However, when you do that and then realize that such a goal is beyond your scope of ability, you've set yourself up for failure. As a result, you become discouraged and risk losing faith in yourself. A better way to accomplish your goal is to set a goal that challenges you, yet is realistic. If ending world hunger is your ultimate goal, how about setting your first goal at ending hunger in your community? Once you've accomplished that goal, then you can broaden your scope and work on something bigger. Give your subconscious mind a challenging goal, but pace yourself. Going for it all right off the bat is a recipe for disaster. Number 10. Persevere and persist. Understand now that there will be setbacks. There will be struggles and difficulties, but keep in mind that those things are only temporary. No setback has to be permanent. It only becomes so if you allow it. It's your responsibility to train your subconscious and conscious minds to see the difference between setbacks and failures. When you hit a roadblock, go around it. When you have a bridge to cross, cross it with confidence. Tell yourself that no matter what, you will accomplish that goal. Your subconscious mind, once it has the assurance that you want it to work on a goal, will do whatever it takes to succeed. But if it has the slightest bit of doubt, i.e., you're not totally convinced of what you want or if you can accomplish it, then it struggles to find solutions. Be persistent. Persevere through tough times. Decide confidently in what you want and allow no temporary setback to put you off course. If you relay this message to your subconscious mind by making a conscious decision that this is what you want, your subconscious mind will respond. You control your destiny. Remember, your subconscious mind exists to serve you. Put it to work in a productive way and it will provide overwhelming results. Make conscious decisions that are in the best interest of your overall goals, and your subconscious mind will receive the message and go to work. The more you utilize the great power that your subconscious mind provides, the better you will be at calling on it. And the better you get at calling on it, the more success you will realize. Only you control your destiny. You have the ability to make decisions that impact your life. Take advantage of the power you have to make the best decisions. Chapter 6. Knowing how the subconscious mind works. The key to success. Everything that happens in our life is influenced by how the subconscious mind works. But not everyone knows how they can use this power of the mind to help themselves achieve success in about everything they do. Some just go through life by relying on the outcomes of their plans, most of which are failures, without trying to use the power they have. If you have goals to achieve or things that you desire, you can be triumphant in possessing or achieving whatever it is by knowing how the subconscious mind works, then try to use it. But before anything else, you might be asking, what is the subconscious mind? First, you must know that the mind is divided into two, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind is the part responsible for all thoughts that you are currently aware of. This is the part that's working when you're making decisions, deductions, and other thinking processes involving reason and logic. The subconscious, on the other hand, is basically the part of the human mind that consists of a person's beliefs and habits. These are the thoughts that are integrated into the mind long before, usually at childhood. Your childhood experiences basically lay the foundations for your thoughts, beliefs, and habits you carry through your life. They create what is sometimes referred to as your map of reality. What you see, hear, feel, and experience during the early years is continually being imprinted on your subconscious mind. All this information is then processed and used to create your very own external reality. Let's say, for example, your parents constantly told you as a child that life was a struggle and money was always scarce. Repeated enough times, this kind of information will become part of your subconscious programming. As you progress through life, this programming will keep playing out time and time again, meaning that your life experiences will be that befitting to struggle and scarcity. Get the idea on how the subconscious mind works? The good thing, however, is that you can erase and rewrite the childhood programs that are held deep within your subconscious mind. Below are some simple methods you can start using today to slowly reprogram your subconscious so you can begin savoring more and more success in your life. Number 1. Integrate your goals or ideas into the subconscious. When you have a goal, for example, to be a doctor or professional athlete, you should picture yourself being like one, repeatedly, every day. The goal is to incorporate the idea that you will, one day, become a doctor or professional athlete into your subconscious mind. Doing this repeatedly will slowly but surely change your programmed beliefs, which will power you on to achieving success with this particular goal. Number 2. Make requests to your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind doesn't rest. It continually works even at sleep. Making requests to the subconscious is done by affirming out loud the things you want to have, do, and be, and then visualizing them just before you go to sleep. For example, you want to become a professional public speaker, but you're afraid that you lack the confidence and ability to speak in front of hundreds or thousands of people. Close your eyes and speak out with emotion. I am a confident, captivating, and inspiring speaker. And then imagine yourself walking out on stage in an auditorium of thousands of people and speaking to them with supreme confidence and fluency. Do this every time prior to going to sleep, and the power of your subconscious mind will pick up your request and will slowly and surely find the ways and means for you to achieve and realize this goal. How your brain works can be really powerful. The brain does not only let you analyze things, but it can also shape your character and beliefs. But it's understanding how the subconscious mind works that is the real key to a successful life. Put simply, it's the engine which runs your whole life, the number one determinant to where your destiny lies. Learn how to use it properly, and you literally can achieve success without really having to try very hard. Your subconscious mind is the key to you achieving every goal and dream you've ever possessed. When you truly discover how the subconscious mind works, you will then hold the key to unlock the door to a new and amazing life. Incredible riches, great success, and unlimited happiness are guaranteed to be yours. Chapter 7. Ways in which to reprogram your subconscious mind. Many of us go through life not grasping why we continually make the same mistakes. We follow the same patterns and live in the same ruts, unhappy and discontent with our situation, but unable to come up with any lasting change. Does this sound like you? You might have gone to some seminars, read books, even taken some courses, but still you end up back at square one in the same dysfunctional patterns that you have always followed. Have you ever asked yourself why it is this way? We have difficulty making permanent changes in our lives simply because we put info into our conscious mind only. You see, the conscious mind is not what actually controls your behavior and beliefs. In order to alter the ways in which you behave, you first have to reprogram the hardwired center of your mind, which is, of course, your subconscious. How does the subconscious function? Your subconscious is the biggest part of your mind. This is where the messages you receive throughout your life are stored. It contains untold millions of thoughts, all clustered in groups which form your beliefs, your mindset, and your character traits. The relationship between the conscious and subconscious minds can be likened to an iceberg. The tip of the iceberg that is visible is the conscious mind. The part hidden, the huge lower portion, that is the subconscious mind. We cannot see this part in action, but it has a huge impact on the journey that you take in your life. All the behaviors that you learn live in the subconscious mind. When you have learned how to walk, you no longer think about the process of lifting one foot, placing it down, and so on, right? No, your subconscious mind controls your steps automatically. With repetition and practice, the subconscious learns in the same way that it learned to control your footsteps when you learned how to walk. It controls the footsteps along your life journey as well, based on what you have reinforced all throughout your life. The great news is that the subconscious mind can actually be reprogrammed, simply by inputting and reinforcing new thoughts and actions. There are various techniques that you can make use of to access the subconscious mind and so reprogram the way it operates. Below are a selection of strategies that you can implement to change your mind and your life. Number 1. Affirmations. These change the subconscious by making use of positive, personal, present tense statements that override the embedded negative thinking patterns. When we repeat these affirmations, we are able to forge new paths in your subconscious that provide it with novel attitudes. Your subconscious then causes you to act in new ways that are in harmony with the new attitudes. For instance, you could repeat something like, "I choose healthy food each mealtime." This can change your mindset regarding what you consume and why. Number 2. Visualization. This involves the creation of mental pictures that show a preferred outcome in order for you to see success for yourself. They stimulate the subconscious, which accepts them as real and then directs your behavior accordingly. Many successful athletes have used this method even during game time. Number 3. Hypnosis. This is a form of therapy that works with subconscious mind and eases you into a state of utter relaxation. When you attain this level, the conscious mind no longer holds sway, and the subconscious mind is much easier to access. When you are under hypnosis, it is easier to reprogram the subconscious mind so that it accepts new thoughts as reality. Number 4. Subliminal audios. These can even be used when you are sleeping. While the conscious mind listens to music or to a person talking, on one level the subconscious picks up a different layer of info that is actually recorded beneath the audible portion. When you are awake, the conscious mind is distracted with the audible portion of the recording, and therefore makes it more difficult to access the subconscious. Methods and techniques such as those we have looked at are effective in helping to reprogram your subconscious mind and lessen or even remove the burden of negative thoughts that are hidden there. Just think of the life you can live free of the dysfunctional behaviors that you have been subject to for so long. Transforming a negative outlook into a positive one means that you can achieve much more. Your mind will no longer be held captive by negative programming, and you will be able to excel and succeed throughout your life. Chapter 8. How to activate subconscious mind power driven by the laws of vibration and attraction. The subconscious mind is driven by working in conjunction with the laws of vibration and attraction. It's been long professed that once mastered, you will live a life of prosperity, obtaining all we wish for. Let's get a deeper understanding what these laws mean, and the roles of the subconscious mind with steps to make this all happen. Law of vibration. What does it mean? Whether one believes it or not, the law of vibration is right here in our midst. It works, and it works all the time. While it may be difficult for some people to grasp the principles regarding the law of vibration, for others it's perfectly easy. The law of vibration refers to everything being a form of energy, and that the entire universe is made up of energy. Studying a particle through a microscope will show molecules are visible which are in constant motion. If you take it a little further and explore within the molecules, atoms become visible, which in turn have a proton constantly being circled by an electron, and this is in fact vibration in action. So, as we know that all things are made up of atoms, we also know that all things are vibrating, albeit at different frequencies. Although it is only when vibrations occur within the human range that we can see or feel them. Whether you believe we were created by God or not, whatever or whoever created us must also vibrate. Taking into consideration that we are the result of this creation and that we're made up of molecules, we in fact also consist of energy, and as with everything else, we also vibrate. Thoughts, sounds, light, and in fact anything that has to do with us also vibrates. Now, if we take all this into consideration, it should essentially be possible to synchronize our vibrations with the vibrations of the universe, and therefore, providing we do this, it should be possible to connect with those things to which our vibrations are pointing to. Of course, for this to work, the thoughts of both our conscious and subconscious minds must be in alignment with the vibrations of the universe. It is for this exact reason that we need to be aware of our conscious and subconscious thoughts. Law of attraction. As with the law of vibration, we also have the law of attraction. And just as with the law of vibration, the law of attraction is also a law concerning the entire universe. In essence, the law of attraction explains that for every action, there is a reaction. In other words, there is an effect as well as a cause for everything we do. By applying this law of attraction, it is possible to have anything we want purely by thinking of it. However, in order for this to work, we need to condition the thoughts within our subconscious mind in order for them to attract that which we wish to attract. If the subconscious mind does not wish for a particular thing that we are wanting, we simply will not get it. While we are able to control the law of attraction to some extent, we should also acknowledge that it is a law which exists apart from you. The only way to have some degree of control over this law is through our vibrations and our thoughts. In other words, we need to focus on conditioning our subconscious mind in such a way that it vibrates in harmony with the vibrations of the universe, thus allowing us to have whatever we wish for, simply by thinking about it. The role of the subconscious mind. Okay, so now we are aware of the two laws which are able to work in conjunction with the subconscious mind. We also know that if we enable this to happen, we can live a life of prosperity, obtaining all that we wish for. However, simply knowing about this is not enough because we also need to understand the role of our subconscious mind, which in turn will lay the foundation for being able to control it. Many people tend to confuse the brain with the mind, so let's make this clear. The brain is not the mind. In fact, it is the mind which uses the brain to conduct certain functions. On one hand, our conscious mind is employed to receive and interpret sensory input from the 5 human senses by using our brain. Once our conscious mind has completed this task, it forwards the information to the subconscious mind, where it will in turn be analysed and processed in such a way that they will have specific effects on one's body or on the way that one does something. In order to take advantage of the two laws we discussed and get something you want, you simply need to set the process in motion by focusing your thoughts on that which you want. Your conscious mind will accept the input and relay it to your subconscious mind. Amazingly enough, unlike the conscious mind, the subconscious mind never sleeps and it never switches off. Hence the reason why people dream at night. In fact, a dream is really a result of some kind, which is being delivered to you from your subconscious. Another form of delivery takes the form of you receiving something which you have been wanting. Obviously, in order for you to get what you want, it is fundamental that your subconscious mind is vibrating in alignment with the vibrations of the universe. And for this to happen successfully, the programming of your subconscious mind must also be in total alignment. If this is not the case, you will not get what you've been wanting. Your thoughts have to vibrate in accordance with your wishes, and in so doing, you as a person will find yourself in perfect alignment with the universe. So, let's just look at this one last time. In order for you to live a prosperous life and have all that you desire, you need to understand the law of vibration. You also need to understand the law of attraction. And lastly, you need to understand exactly how the subconscious mind works. In simple terms, this entire concept works simply by you providing input to your conscious mind, where it will in turn be interpreted and then forwarded to the subconscious mind, where it will be processed. If for some reason the programming in your subconscious is not in agreement with the recently received thoughts, suitable vibrations will fail to materialize, thus not being able to align with the vibrations of the universe. This, of course, will result in you not getting what you want. Yes, you can have anything you want, but before that can happen, you need to make sure your subconscious mind is in a suitable condition and able to vibrate in alignment with the vibrations of the universe. If you have not yet accomplished this state of mind, it's inevitable that you make certain lifestyle changes with regards to your current mindset. Chapter 9. Brainwave Entrainment. Brainwave entrainment is a neurotechnological tool that you can use that alters your dominant brainwave frequency, unlocking the door that stands between your conscious, logical mind and your emotional subconscious mind. The subconscious mind creates your reality, sending you a template that guides you on how to react to the events of your life. This blueprint was created very early on in your life when everything about living was fear-based. Your emotions, your wounds, your misconceptions were all recorded, imprinted physically in the brain's grey matter and deemed true. As you experience your life, any situation that is similar to the event that was recorded on your blueprint will activate the limited belief associated with it, and the subconscious will send this message to your conscious mind. The subconscious mind determines how you will react to the experience, whether by doing so is negative or positive, or in your best interests or not. The subconscious believes that it is doing its utmost to follow your wishes by applying how you felt in the past to what is happening now. Obviously, the messages that you send it when you were a child would not be in your best interests now, so you will need to change the blueprint by replacing limited beliefs with new, positive beliefs and attitudes. The only way to change your belief system on a more permanent level is to access the subconscious mind and make new neural networks for the new beliefs. Knowing on a conscious level what is limiting you in the subconscious is not enough. You need a way to get the subconscious mind's attention so that you can align it with your conscious mind to utilize 100% of your brain power to implement a new, positive belief system. When you communicate with the subconscious mind on its own terms by being in its frequency, you can heal, manifest money, and attract all good things into your life. You can change a limiting belief to start by consciously accepting a new belief so you can petition the subconscious in the space between the two consciousnesses or states of mind. Brainwave entrainment is the key to unlocking the barrier between your conscious and subconscious mind. Entrainment introduces a sound pattern to your brain that will guide it to the frequency associated with the subconscious mind, in a consistent and efficient manner. The brain easily mimics this frequency because of a principle in physics called frequency following response, where it will follow a repeated and rhythmic stimulus. Once you've gotten past the barrier, your new beliefs will be accepted as true to the subconscious, and will be the new template in how you react to the events in your life. Entrainment allows you to be conscious while you access the subconscious, embedding a new, positive belief system with the power of this frequency by permanently imprinting new neural networks in your grey matter, and by shrinking the old belief system network. Brainwave entrainment is the key to changing how the subconscious mind shapes your life. Chapter 10. Commanding the Subconscious Mind. At the start of the last century, some people have already recognized the duality of our mind. The part which we always use was dubbed the conscious mind. The part erroneously thought of as a lesser part of human consciousness was called the subconscious mind. As technology progresses onward, so too does humanity's interest in delving into the mysteries of the mind. In addition, the ability to take full control of the mind has been of great interest among the luminaries in certain circles. In the past, people had difficulty in commanding the subconscious mind, especially in youth. The purpose of taking control of the subconscious is to go past the normal threshold of the human consciousness. With the conscious mind's capacity to reason and think, it was generally thought of as the superior part of the mind. That being the case, it was thought of that the subconscious was inferior. This was exceptionally incorrect and untrue, because subliminally the hidden mind was the real source of intelligence. The power of commanding the inner mind starts with the words we use. When we speak of prosperity all the time, then we develop a consciousness of success. Subconsciously. The mind can direct our ideas and actions to our dreams and aspirations. The first thing to understand when trying to command the subconscious mind is that standard methods do not work. In most cases, methodologies you're aware of will not be effective. To be effective in getting to the subconscious mind, the mind should not know the message exists in the first place. In a way, it is a form of deception. The lucid part of the mind and the critical thinking processes are things that protect the subconscious part of the mind from against things that may impair your life. The need to this has existed for a long time. The industry of personal development has recognized this need for commanding the subconscious mind and has produced answers to this like subliminal messaging. The technology for commanding the subconscious is already available online. It is important to recognize that messages must get through the subconscious mind to be able to command the subconscious mind. The results are not immediate. Commanding the subconscious mind needs time to work, and it will take some doing before any recognizable results may be seen. The reason for this is that the mind needs to recondition itself by continuously adding the new messages and deleting the old ones. You've heard of the old saying, "Old habits die hard." It is quite true. Commanding the subconscious mind takes a little time before every part of our physical and psychological structure responds to the changes being brought about by subliminals. The most well-known method and medium for this are CDs. The reason they are very popular is that it is probably the easiest way to get excellent subliminal messages. The commanding of the subconscious mind CDs are reasonably priced, and the benefits are priceless. Commanding the subconscious mind is truly a worthy endeavor. There is no limit to what you may achieve. It is only a few clicks away. Chapter 11. The Power of the Subconscious Mind. 5 Things to Know. Your subconscious mind is a factory where you put the raw material of your thoughts to get the final products of your fancy. It could be anything ranging from any material object tangible in nature to anything intangible and more lifelike. You get what you dream of. Yes, this may seem an exaggerated sense of optimism, but it is as true as the laws of gravity Newton discovered. Be it the laws of attraction or the technique of self-hypnosis, everything has a principle behind it. Your subconscious mind is a fertile land. Whatever there is to be seen in the physical plane had its seed in the mental plane, where conscious clarity, willpower, and desire waters the seed of that dream and makes it grow. So everything that is sown and watered shall grow into a reality. Your subconscious mind cannot differentiate on its own. People often complain of the failure in their life in spite of harboring positive thinking and putting in efforts. But they are oblivious to the fact that their subconscious mind cannot judge on its own. So the seeds should be checked before they are sown. The conscious decision with the full heart in agreement to that can reach to the realm of so-called reality. Your subconscious mind needs reminders. Your mind is like a child. It needs to be reminded of everything you want it to be achieved. It takes your commands in the form of feelings, words, songs, rhymes, sights, or anything that puts you in the framework of your feelings and desires. The moment your focus shifts from your set goal or desire, it loosens the grip on the subconscious and sends it down the memory lane like an old file lost in a pile. The key to get desired results is to keep it fresh and vivid in the memory. Your mind never sleeps. There is something inside you which is always wakeful and knowing everything inside and all around you. You can ask your subconscious mind to wake you up at a certain time, and it shall do the same. Your subconscious mind is limitless. As a child, did you ever doubt your potential or the ability to make a difference? Probably not, right? There are no limitations for the subconscious mind. It believes in the law of abundance and hence has the powerful tools called imagination and creativity. Sometimes it all starts by believing in yourself. Chapter 12. Tips for using your subconscious mind to achieve your goals. Creating a better world. The goals that you have in life can be achieved if you clearly know the things that you want to achieve. For some people, the idea of creating a better world is the goal that they desire. So how can you achieve a much better life and allow your goals to be born? The power to create your own heaven may seem a dream, but this can become a reality. By understanding how to use your subconscious mind, you will be able to create the life that can give you the great joy that you desire. The power of the focused mind. The power of the focused mind is something that should not be taken lightly. Indeed, this power is able to see clearly the things that you desire in your life. So how can you receive the power of the focused mind in your life? And how can your subconscious be used to attain this goal? Indeed, it has been said that the subconscious mind does not make conscious decisions, but only acts on information that has been passed to you by your conscious mind. So, what is the way that you can get your subconscious mind to allow you to achieve these dreams that you desire to achieve? The moving of positive thoughts. The ability to move positive thoughts to your subconscious mind, could it be something that is learned and mastered? And by having the right frame of mind, would you be able to control your subconscious mind? It has been said that hypnotists are able to gain control of another person's subconscious mind. Indeed, during stage performances, people have been known to run around a stage and bark like a dog. If this is true and another person can take control of your subconscious by hypnotism by using their conscious mind, then the fact is you should be able to control your own subconscious using your conscious mind. One of the techniques that is said to allow you to focus your mind is meditation. So what can meditation do? And how can it allow you to focus your mind? The power of effective meditation. The use of meditation is something that is not new. In fact, it is something that has been adding value to people's lives for hundreds of years. Meditation has been spoken about by many people, and the benefit in relation to health has been recorded. Meditation can also be considered as a means of reducing stress, but the fact is, it is one of the ways that can allow you to gain control of your subconscious mind. So, using the act of meditation could be a way to allow you to achieve your goals by connecting with the power of your subconscious mind. Thanks again for buying my book. If you have a minute, please leave a review. I take reviews seriously and always look at them. This way, you are helping me provide you better content that you will love in the future. A review doesn't have to be long, just 1 or 2 sentences and a number of stars you find appropriate. Hopefully 5, of course. Also, if I think your review is useful, I will mark it as helpful. This will help you become more known on Amazon as a decent reviewer, and will ensure that more authors will contact you with free ebooks in the future. This is how we can help each other. Take a look at these other books too: bipolar disorder, borderline disorder, and schizophrenia. This has been Subconscious Mind: How to Reprogram Your Inner Intelligence and Secret Genius. Written by Tyler Bourdain, narrated by Thomas Cassidy. Copyright 2018 by Tyler Bourdain. Production copyright by Tyler Bourdain.